Aye.
Call the roll.
Gotta wait.
Waters.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
O'Kane.
Here.
Shaner. Scott.
Here. Please stand for a moment of silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Brendan and Mark, come on up. That reads, whereas for over 60 years, community health centers have provided high-quality, affordable, comprehensive primary and preventive health care in our nation's underserved communities, delivering value to and having a significant impact on America's health care system. And whereas the country's largest primary care network, health centers, are now serve as the health care home for over 333 million Americans and over 14,000 delivery sites across the nation. 1 in every 10 people in the United States get their care in a community health center. Whereas every day, health centers are developing new approaches to integrating a wide range of services beyond primary care, including oral health, vision, behavioral health, and pharmacy services to meet the needs and challenges of their community. And whereas the Siouxland Community Health Center is a critical economic engine helping to power the local economy by generating millions of dollars in combined economic impact and job creation. Health centers save the entire health system billions of dollars annually by managing chronic conditions and keeping patients out of costlier health care settings. Now, therefore, I, Robert E. Scott, Mayor of the City of Sioux City, Iowa, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim August 4th through the 9th, 2025 as National Health Center Week, and extend our appreciation to the Siouxland Community Health Center for its years of dedicated service to the people of Siouxland. I'd like to present this to you and thank you guys for all that you do. We appreciate it, and say a few words if you would.
Yes, well, on behalf of the Siouxland Community Health Center, we want to thank the city for the support that they show us and the community in general for the important work that we do to help make this a healthier community in which to live. Not just for those that can afford health care, but those that cannot. So again, we very much appreciate the support and this recognition for us.
Well, thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to items 2 through 12B. They constitute a consent agenda. You can consider those to pass unanimously unless a separate roll call is requested by a council member. If you want to speak on one of these items, please come up at the podium as I read that item. If you want to speak on an item not on the agenda, please come up at the end under citizen concerns. Remember to always state your name for the record. I'll move the consent agenda.
Second.
2 is the reading of the July 28th City Council minutes. 3 is a resolution adopting plans and specs for the terminal rooftop unit replacement Phase 2 project. 4 is a resolution scheduling a meeting on the authorization of loan and disbursement agreement and the issuance of sewer revenue capital loan notes. 5 is a resolution awarding purchase orders to Boundary Medical for medical equipment, supplies, and pharmaceuticals for the fire department EMS operations. 6 is a resolution approving a grant agreement amendment to the Home Investment Partnership Program American Rescue Plan Agreement with HUD. 7 are actions relating to boards, commissions, and committees. A is a motion accepting the Environmental Advisory Board annual report. B is a motion reappointing Lawrence Obermeyer to the Historic Preservation Commission. 8 are actions relating to street closures. A is a resolution temporarily closing various downtown streets and alleys on the September 21st for the Dueling Pianos event. B is a resolution temporarily closing various downtown streets and alleys on August 30th for the Fleetwood Mac event. C is a resolution temporarily closing various downtown streets and alleys on September 6th for the Hops and Harvest event. B is a resolution temporarily closing a section of 4th Street on August 20th for the Farmers Market Planted and Plated event. 9 are actions relating to agreements and contracts. A is a resolution approving a donation agreement with Family Wellness Associates to accept the real estate at 525 14th Street. B is a resolution approving a contract to C.W. Suter for the Discovery Parking Ramp AHU replacement project. I need to abstain, conflict of interest. C is a resolution approving a contract to HCI Construction for the 4th Street and Jackson Street Skywalk Upgrades project. D is a resolution approving change order number 1 to the contract with Critical Pipeline for the 12th Street and Floyd Boulevard Storm Sewer project. E is a resolution approving a change order to number 2 to the contract with KP Construction for the Business 75 and Lincoln Way Storm Sewer Outfall Repair project. F is a resolution approving a licensing contract with Samsara for software to manage fleet tracking devices. G is a resolution approving a contract to L&L Builders for the Gate 2 passenger boarding bridge replacement project at the airport. H is a resolution authorizing the 2025 low-income program project management agreement with Mid-America for supplemental weatherization funds for housing rehabilitation activities. Is there a representative there? Okay, go ahead, Jill.
Yep. Jill Wanderscheid, Neighborhood Services Manager. Just wanted to highlight and say thank you publicly to Mid-American Energy for providing these funds. This is a new partnership for us. $315,000 is a significant amount of money for us. We're going to be partnering these funds in with our housing rehabilitation program so we can make more improvements to the homes that we've already served. We'll be able to go back and do some of the things that we didn't have enough funding for, and then moving forward for the next year or so, being able to do a lot more comprehensive projects at these homes. So I'll throw it over to Jack Lehman, and he is representing Mid-American.
Hello again, Jack Lehman here representing Mid-American. Just wanted to say that we're really excited for the partnership. I know we're going to be able to hopefully braid these funds together and do some upgrades that just the Mid-American funds or just the city funds alone might not be able to do. And just wanted to reiterate, this contract is just securing funds from our current energy efficiency plan, our residential low income program for 2024 or 2025 and 2026. Summary of the Neighborhood Power Up program, which will be administered in partnership with the Neighborhood Services Division, as well as budgets and reporting are all in the contract. Mid-American will be working with Clear Result, the trusted partner, to perform free in-home energy assessments for customers that are referred by the city. That'll include a walkthrough, installation of kind of quick and easy energy saving measures such as LED light bulbs, as well as a report that highlights possible larger upgrades to things like water heating equipment, HVAC equipment, and appliances. Yeah.
When did you guys get back in this business? Because you got out of it for quite a while.
Mid-American has had energy efficiency programs for a while. They haven't done the in-home energy assessments for a few years, but it's this Neighborhood Power Up program. We ran a pilot last year in Rock Island, Illinois, and then this is the first kind of iteration of it in Iowa. So it's new this year. But it's just specifically targeted right now for Sioux City.
Tell Catherine Cooner, we really appreciate it.
I want to thank Mid-American Energy as well. I mean, this will make a big difference to families that really need to have that difference made in this community, so thank you.
Pass all your thank yous along, and yeah, hopefully we can make, as we say in the kind of program description, the neighborhood more comfortable and affordable to live in. So
Thank you. Great
Jill,
work.
Jill, can I just ask, this goes right along with our housing trust fund?
Yes,
Got
yep.
it.
So the Housing Trust Fund dollars will be coupled with these funds as well
yeah.
as CDBG, and make those improvements.
Thank you.
thank you.
Interactions relating to settlements. A is a resolution approving a partial settlement of a tort claim and authorizing payment. B is a resolution approving a property damage release with Nationwide Agribusiness Insurance Company for damages to a light pole at 4th Street and Floyd Boulevard. 11 are applications for alcohol license. 12 are boards, commission, and committee minutes. Anyone want to be heard on any of those items? Passes 5-0. Recommendations of Planning and Zoning. 13 is a motion acknowledging the Board of Adjustment actions from July 22nd. I'll move that.
Second.
Passes 5-0. 14 is a resolution authorizing the temporary closure of north-south alley bounded by 40th Street, 41st Street, Jefferson Street, and Monroe Street. The petitioner is the city of Sioux City. The P&Z recommends approval of this item with conditions. I'll move that.
Second.
Anyone to be heard on this item? Patrick, I know a little bit of history because I have to hear about it. How many of these unauthorized closures do we have in town now? Do you know?
Patrick Simon, City of Sioux City Field Services. I don't know exactly how many we have that are, like you're saying, unauthorized. I know that there are some temporary closures that we do have that are somewhat restricting traffic. Maybe 3 that I could think
But
of.
none of that's legal without this council's action.
It's best to have the council approve it, yes.
What's that?
It's best to have the council approve those, yes.
Well, you can't close a street without, you'd have to show me where it's best to have it, because I don't think you can without council approval.
I would recommend that the council approve all of those, yes.
And that's what bothers me, is that one of our staff members just went out and did this without council approval, and I want to, these should all be run by P&Z. We just don't, I mean, the public has a right to access. I don't agree with this one, by the way. I don't know why this is such a problem. I don't know where it became a problem, but anyway, I just really wish that we would check that, do an inventory, and make sure we know how many of these we have, and that the councils, some past councils taken action.
You bet. Yeah, we can look into see where we have these.
I think you have a liability if it's not done that way. I'm practicing law, but I don't know how you can. So I just don't get how this stuff happens.
Well, it's been temporarily closed since 2018.
Correct, yes.
But some staff member just went out and put that barricade there.
Right, right.
Okay.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
It passes 4-1. I vote no. 15 is a hearing resolution assessing a $300 civil penalty against R Smoke Plus for violation of the Iowa cigarette laws. I'll move that.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Is there anyone to be heard? Seeing none, the hearing is closed. Passes 5-0. 16 is a motion authorizing staff to negotiate an employment contract with with Craig Clark for the city position of city manager.
Motion. I move second.
Anyone to be heard? Okay.
There it goes. I'm sorry about that. Took just.
Passes 5-0. Citizen concerns. Are there any citizens to be heard? Please come to the microphone and state your name, please. Seeing none, we'll go to council concerns. Mr. O'Kane.
Well, I first want to start by thanking Austin Pierce, who gave a wonderful presentation on the stigma associated with the addiction. And he did that at the request of the Siouxland Coalition and Homelessness. I attended virtually. They hosted it down at the museum. The chair for that is works for the City of Sioux City, Clara McFarland. and this is one of those kind of extra things that our employees often do. It was really eye-opening to see how stigma has evolved, and how it's created roadblocks for people to seek help when they're suffering from addiction. So that was really, really good training session that I got to attend virtually. Next, I want to call out the National Night Out tomorrow night. We as a council have divided up all the locations. So depending on which council member, depends on which location they'll be going to. Somehow they're allowing Dan and I both to be at Riverside, which is just going to be the place to be. So if you are from Riverside, please come out and see us, because that's how you know it'll be a real party. My other location that I'll be at is Radiant Life Community Church. So if you typically went to the West Side one, that was at Cook Park previously. It is now at Radiant Life Community Church, which is all the way at the end of West First, basically. So that is where we will be, all of us, tomorrow night, at various locations. This Saturday is one of the last movies in the park that you'll be able to go to. While the weather is still nice, this is the time to go out and attend. Dogman, which I am not incredibly familiar with, but my son assures me it's a really good movie. So we will be going to Dogman for the movie in the park while the weather is still nice, hopefully. And that's everything for this week.
Okay. Julie?
I have just a couple of things. Somebody reached out to me, a citizen, about the construction work that's going on over by, is it Everett School? 7th and Floyd?
Irving.
Irving, yes, Irving, and that's a water main repair. I did check with our team, and the contractor should have it done by the end of the week if it's not too rainy. So it'll be cleared up and looking good and safe before school starts. As far as night out, I'll be at Dale Street Park. That's my first time meeting there. And then I also have had some people ask me about the Jewish Community Center. And I just want to briefly touch on what the plans for that are. Once we accept a donation, the city plans to make some minor improvements along with our Neighborhood Services Division, who's kind of managing this for us. We'll secure the property, kind of clean up the area around it a little bit, and we'll have it more secure so that folks can't get in. We've had several fires over there, the current property owner has, so we're going to clean it up just a little bit, and we're going to make it a little more secure. We plan on partnering with a developer, and the developer's going to present to us some conceptual plans. And in the end, we will transfer the property to a developer, and that won't happen probably until the end of this year or the first part of next year. The initial plan the vision is to redevelop that property into 30 or maybe a couple of more units for permanent supportive housing. Funding sources for these are lots of grants coming from the Iowa National Housing Trust Fund, or the National Housing Trust Fund, the Iowa Finance Authority, low-income housing tax credits, the Federal Home Loan Bank. So we're going to pull this money, we're going to apply for MERD, and maybe use a little bit of city home funds as well. It's going to take kind of a village, and these are who we have aware of this program, aware of the plan. Anyone that we've talked to seems to be in favor of our plan to do this. It's much needed as folks transition out of homelessness. They need a safe place that's affordable to stay, that will offer support services on site. We plan on building an office or two on site so that we have support services in-house. So when people need something, if they get in crisis, they'll have support services there to help them manage. We also plan for the developer to have an on-site manager who will also live there. So if there are any problems or someone struggling, they have someone to turn to on site. We're hoping to have all this funding in place and construction starting by the fall of 2026 because the grant opportunities are coming available. We'll definitely be applying very heavily for all of them. So I just want to let everybody know that's what the plans are. I think it's going to be a really great and exciting new life for that building and for that area. So that's all I have.
Okay, Alex?
Mayor, all I wanted to share was just to voice my frustration and concern over the amount of vandalism that I'm seeing throughout our community, whether it's graffiti and spray paint or the spraying of things now most recently out by the soccer fields. I just think it's getting ridiculous. And I'm urging the public, if you see something, if you witness something or notice something, please call it in. Please encourage authorities to investigate and check these things out, because it's tough to get on top of them. It's tough to be in the right place at the right time. But I've seen an increasing number of tagged properties or spray paint on different buildings, and I know property owners get very frustrated with it as well, you know, and we're, I think, as a city trying to do a good job. I understand that whether it's in our downtown area with planters, or we're going to be planting new trees here soon, all different kinds of things. There's a lot of areas in which we're trying to do our best to present ourselves well, and it takes a lot of people to be able to make that happen. So whether it's litter or graffiti, I'm asking the people in the community to step up. I understand on our website you can actually go on there and report if you see any graffiti and you'd like it to be covered up or taken care of. There's an area in which you can do that on the website to report it, similar to you can report a pothole, to where then our staff will go out and be able to assess that. I appreciate our chief of police and their team that have been willing to go out and kind of remove some of these or investigate or look into them. It's been my experience, at least, that when they've been brought to my attention, especially when it's vulgar language or offensive language, they've done so in a pretty quick way. So I do really appreciate their willingness to get out there and take care of that stuff. But it's just very disheartening and frustrating. I know we have a lot of great people in this community that are trying to do the right thing, and it just takes a few bad actors to spoil that for everything. And so I would ask our community to step up, and if you see something, say something, so that we can really stop and try to curb this vandalism. So thank you.
And also, thank you to the community members that cleaned up that site, because they did retrieve the goalposts and reassemble them, and they left the area. There was a group of people that went out and tried to clean that site up after that was done, 28th and Floyd. So thank you to them for those efforts too.
That's all I have.
With regard to the motion that passed to negotiate an employment contract with the city manager, our next city manager with Craig Clark, I want to thank the mayor and the city council for all the hard work that we put into this process. I want to thank Mike Collette and Janelle Bertrand for also leading the ways with our recruiting consultant, and then all the parties that participated in that process. I'm glad we've made a decision, and we can move forward, and we'll see how things go with the negotiations. But I wanted to thank everyone, because I think it was really a good process. Mike and Janelle and Mayor, I think it was just really about as thorough as we could get for the time frame that we had worked under. So thank you very much.
In front of you is a fiesta that's coming to Sioux City at the Orpheum. If you look, we're one of the smaller cities. Lillian Rodriguez had a lot to do with this. They were here before you guys got here. I thought maybe some of you might be able to.
I got to catch them in the hallway, yeah.
Okay, anyway, it's August 24th at the Orpheum at like 2 o'clock. And it sounds like a pretty big event, so hopefully people will get behind it. As far as the thing at 28th Street, the Parks Department got out there and did some work today too, but I wish that somehow we could, and maybe just some businesses will come together, but there should be a reward for that. That's just totally unacceptable what happened out there this weekend, and I don't understand how you can have the kind of feelings that you must have to do something that destructive is just no reason for it. It bothers the heck out of me, so maybe I'll talk to some businesses and see if the chief would be interested in having a reward if we find out who did that. I move we adjourn.
Second.
Moore,
Aye.
O'Kane,
Aye.
Shaner,
Aye.
Scott, Waters.
Aye.